per year now, and you've seen dramatic changes in your son. I mean, what are some of the highlights from this last year?
Well, aside from emotional and behavioral, because that's easy, like that's the easy stuff. Like he's awesome.
Mm.
Like we haven't had a hole punched in our wall. We haven't had been punched
From a
ourselves
parent
in the
who knows what
face.
that's like, yay!
Yes. Like I don't have to, that it's PTSD. They say that special needs parents, especially those with behavioral emotional kids, it's like living in a war zone. And that's anytime that the door slammed, you jump, or anytime that he gets mad, you tense up and you start thinking, here it comes, here it comes. And
Exactly.
we haven't had that
Mm-hmm.
in over a year now. And I never thought, like I have a lot of faith in God, but I never thought that was possible ever. And so, but that's the easy stuff. Education, academic wise, I never thought that when my son was in public school that academics were the priority for him. They were trying to teach social skills, and I understand that.
Yeah, and
But
they usually put those goals down so low, they're attainable, and they just slide by, and from one grade to another.
Yeah, and he's incredibly smart. He is off the charts. He tested for gifted and talented and passed the first test with flying colors. The second test for gifted and talented, he couldn't sit still long enough, so they shut it down. And so, that was a big issue. I kept, like, as he, again, kept getting older and older, I thought, we should start learning things like this. We should start putting an emphasis on academics.
Exactly. When is this going to happen? And yeah.
And so with our curriculum, including Bookshark, it has been incredible. He retains things that we never thought that he would before. And he's especially, I promise you guys, I'm not on this because Bookshark's sponsoring it. I really do love Bookshark. Their timelines are awesome because you can see what is happening as other things were happening. And I went to public school. I never put those, I was like, oh, this happened when this.
I learned so much when homeschooling my kids.
And then their lap books. I will be keeping it forever. I love it. But it's creative, and I feel like in public school there was a lot of downtime, like, oh, well, the other kids are trying to get something, so here, just give him some markers and some paper and hope that he doesn't write profanity on the paper or draw a picture that he shouldn't draw.
Because they have nothing to occupy them that's really worth their time.
Yeah, and that's why there is no wasted time in our homeschool room. None. Whether it is him working on his lap book, he is learning something from his history, whether he is putting stickers on his timeline, whether he is working with, we also use Right Start solutions for math because it's very tangible, very manipulative. Everything has something to hold in your hands and work. So he can actually see all of those things working. So Right Start was amazing for him in math. And then we use Monarch because I wanted something that he wouldn't just sit and stare at a book all day long, like from sun up to sundown. We wanted adjustable, variable modes and means of education. And so we do Monarch as well. And that has really helped.
Good to point out too is that a lot of parents, and you did this really quick. It takes usually many homeschool parents a couple of years to figure this out, but you have to be eclectic. You have to find things that fit those niches of where your child specifically has needs for each of those subjects or learning areas. And to get yourself out of that, we need one curriculum package that does it all. You're just not going to find it.
And it motivates your child. If he loves being able to be on the computer, okay, buddy, well, you have to get through these two subjects to get to the computer. You're able to use subjects as motivation, which that normally never happens. So that was a huge thing. Like he loves that. And, but he's retaining things. And something that my husband and I do, we go on what we call legacy vacations. So when our son learns about a historical event or place that is really heavy in his history, we go to the event or we go to the spot or place or location and really do a full 2-week immersion vacation in that place so that he can kind of see. And so this year, of course, he was all about the West and going for gold and the Indians. And so we went to Mesa Verde. We went to the national parks.
Oh, is that where these pictures are from?
Yes.
Oh, I got
yes.
This one I absolutely loved. Oh,
That's an Arches National Park. And so for him to learn about the landforms and how they became arches, that's huge. And then, of course, I love that. And so this year we are learning about the really tough stuff like the Holocaust and slavery and racism. And I said, we're going to DC. There is no better place.
Oh, the Holocaust Museum there is incredible.
Yes. I can't wait to go. So we do that. And it was really interesting when we went on vacation and he would immediately say, oh, wait, that's where so-and-so and so-and-so did. And I thought, he's learning stuff up there.
Yeah, it's connecting. It's all meshing